Hi there, my name's Sam Edwards, and today I'd like to take you through a 60-minute yin yang class. Yin and yang, focusing on both the strength and energy within the practice, as well as that sense of calm and restorative nature of the practice. Working both sides of the nervous system to create a sense of energy and a sense of letting go. We're going to start the practice in child's pose. Just so as you know, in case you need to quickly grab one now, it'll be useful to have a blanket or a towel for the back end of the class. So we're going to start the class in child's pose. So if you'd like to come and take your knees about hip distance apart, bring the big toe joints to meet, slowly sink the hips back down to the heels and allow the forehead to come down towards the floor. Now if that forehead doesn't reach the floor, you can bring your blanket or your towel under your forehead. You can create some fists to place your forehead onto, and know that the bum does not need to be on the heels unless it arrives then naturally and easily. So finding your comfortable space, just take a few moments to arrive. Just take a few moments to bring your attention into the space within the four corners of your mat. And physically start to tune into the sensations around your shoulders. So as we travel through the practice today, physically we're working at moving and mobilizing the bones of the shoulder joint, the muscles around the shoulder joint. Many of us are spending elongated periods of time seated over a laptop or a device, maybe more than normal, and that can create postural tension within the body. When we hold a position for a certain length of time, the fascia, that connective tissue, which is like a cling film substance that surrounds the muscles, kind of freezes in that place. So it becomes the new norm. And what I want to do is move and mobilize the tissues in that upper body today to release the tension in those spaces, to help create a release of tension that continues down the chain. Everything is interconnected. While we're here, we've noticed how our shoulders are feeling, noting the spaces that are carrying discomfort and tightness and tension. Just take a moment, tune in with the breath. So just watch the breath come, watch the breath leave. Allow your mind to feel some more subtle sensations within the body as you inhale, and within the body as you exhale. So as we release the tension in the tissues and the muscles of the body, that helps us to better take oxygen in, to better deepen our breath, to better, more efficiently breathe within our practice and within our daily lives. So the release of tension in the tissues facilitates the body's ability to breathe, particularly around the shoulder space. When we breathe more deeply, when we breathe more evenly, it helps our mind become patient. Slowly start to extend your hands forward, spread the fingers nice and wide, and press the palms down into the floor. As you press the palms down into the floor, like you're trying to draw the hands towards the knees, feel a subtle activation in the muscles in the back of the shoulders, and take a big breath into the front of the chest. And then as you exhale, come up onto all fours, hands underneath the knees underneath the hips. And then from there, inhale, reach your left hand up to the sky and look up. Exhale, thread the needle, reach that left hand underneath you. Inhale, just go as far as the body goes. And then exhale, reach the left hand far away from you. One more like this, inhale to lift. And this time as you exhale, extend and stay here. Bring the head and the shoulders towards or to the floor. And if the head and the shoulders reach the floor, reach the right arm out towards the diagonal. Press the fingertips down and raise the palm. Take a deep breath into the space between the shoulder blades. And then exhale, feel the navel drawing in towards the spine. Take one more deep breath into the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, feel that subtle lift of Mula Bandha in your pelvic floor muscles. Then bring the right hand back to the mat, inhaling left hand back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, reach the right hand to the sky, look up. And exhale, send that right arm underneath you. So just preparation poses for the practice today. Bringing some attention to this upper body. One more like this. Noticing how the upper body is feeling. Reach the right hand down. And then bring the head and the shoulders to or towards the floor. The left hand out on the left diagonal, fingertips onto the floor. Breathe into the back of the shoulders. And as you exhale, feel the lower belly draw towards the spine, Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale into the back of the shoulders. And exhale, little engagement of pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Keep those and inhale, come back to all fours. And then exhale, walk your hands forward so that they're about at the top of the mat. Draw the chest towards the floor. So this is melting heart. You can come down as low as your body will allow, bringing the forehead or the chin down towards the floor. Pressing the whole of your palms down and then away from you to that diagonal. And as you do that, take the breath wide into the chest space. So we're not holding and hanging out in any of these poses. We're feeling this sense of engagement and control to strengthen as well as lengthen through the body. And then inhale, bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. And then from there, exhale, tuck the toes and send the hips back to the heels. Take a breath in and exhale, push the floor away from you, downward facing dog. So in and out between child's pose and dog. Inhale, bend the knees, bring the knees to the floor. And then exhale, sit the hips back to the heels. Inhale, push into downward facing dog. And exhale to hold it here. Inhale, bend the knees, bring the knees to the floor, hips to the heels as you exhale. Inhale, push the floor away from you, down dog. Exhale, stabilize here. One more like that. Inhale, bend the knees to the floor. Exhale, send the hips back to the heels. Inhale, press the floor away from you. And exhale, hold it here. Inhale, bring the knees to the floor. Keep the toes tucked under. And then from here, walk your hands slowly back towards your hips. And then your hips to sit on your heels or come onto your knees. So this will depend on tightness in the front of the thighs and also sensations in the soles of the feet. So when we come into this pose, take a breath in, reach your hands up to the sky and gaze to the thumbs. And as you exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace them behind you. Inhale, draw them towards the floor. And then exhale, lift the hands away from the lower back. So you're inhaling, reaching the hands to the sky. Exhaling, bringing the palms between the heart space, then behind you. Inhale as you draw your interlaced hands to the floor. And then exhale as you draw them away from you, open the heart space. One more like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale, palms through the heart space behind you. Inhale to open through the chest. And exhale to draw those hands away from the back. Inhale, bringing your hands back to the floor. And then exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, just take a moment, close your eyes, and notice what you notice around the head, the neck, and the shoulder space. So how much tightness, tension, or strain are you feeling in this space today? Just be mindful of those tightnesses and tensions as we travel through the practice. At no stage do I want you to push your body so that it hurts. Maybe a little discomfort is fine, but pain is not fine. Inhale, draw the shoulders forward, come to a high plank, start to fire up that core. Then exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel forward to high plank, squeeze the quads. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more inhale, coming through to plank. This time, exhale, come to the floor. Then from here, take your right knee a little further behind your left knee and bring your right ankle to sit in the arch of your left foot. Allow your bum to sit back down to your heels or to come to all fours. And then from here, as we settle into this plantar fascia stretch, inhale, bend the elbows and draw them out in line with your shoulders. And then exhale, tuck the chin, bring the right elbow on top of the left. Inhale, open up through the chest. And then exhale, right elbow on left. Inhale as you squeeze and open those shoulder blades. And exhale as you tuck your chin. One more inhale to open. And exhale to close. Inhale, come back to all fours. And then exhale, just taking our second melting heart. This time we extend the hands away from us. Then we raise the raise the palms and come to our fingertips. A little more intense through the front of the chest. Notice how much tension you're holding in the back of your neck. And in this pose here, as you exhale, consciously release the tension in the back of that neck. So you're breathing into the heart space, and as you exhale, you're releasing the tension in the back of the neck. One more breath here. And then exhale, coming back to all fours. This time, taking your left knee back, bringing your left ankle into the arch of your right foot. Sitting yourself back towards or to your heels, then allowing that ankle to sink into the arch. It's just helping to release the fascia in the sole of the foot. That is connected to stuff at the top of the chain. Elbows out to the sides. As you exhale, left elbow on top, eagle arms. Inhale to open to squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, eagle arms. Inhale to open. Exhale and inhale. And then one more like this. As you exhale, tuck your chin, squeeze the elbows together. Inhale, bring your hands back to the top of the mat. Tuck under your toes and lift up your hips to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, press your hands to your shins halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Stay there. Exhale, bring the palms together. Inhale, reach up, look up. And then exhale, come over to the left. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, come over to the right. This time, inhale, come to the sky, open the palms, and then exhale, bring the hands all the way down to the floor. Inhale, making a massive circle with these arms. Same thing the other side. Exhale to the other side, and inhale to come up. Bring the palms together in the heart space. Come stand at the top of the mat. Palms. Now as we travel through our sun salutes, starting to really connect that movement and that breath. As we continue to work through opening around the space, both in front and behind the shoulders, into the neck space. Releasing the tension in the muscles right here so that we can release the tension further down the chain. Inhale, open the eyes, reach the hands to the sky and look up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forwards, release the tension in the head. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. So just one half salutation today. Exhale, palms together in that heart space. Inhale, reach up, lift up, look up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forwards. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, right leg back, right knee to the floor. Inhale, reach your hands up, low lunge. Exhale, hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, travel the shoulders forward, high plank. Exhale, knees, thighs and belly. Low cobra as you inhale. Exhale, push the floor away from you, down dog. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. And exhale, step the right foot forward, drop the left knee. Inhale, reach the hands up, low lunge. Exhale, hands down, left foot to join the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and exhale, stay here. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Hug your inner thighs together. Press the feet into the floor. Stabilize the lower body. Then breathe into the space between the shoulders to create a little more opening in the front of that chest. As you exhale, release it. Hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. Inhale, shoulders come forward, high plank. Exhale all the way to the floor. Baby cobra, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, reach the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, squeeze your right butt cheek. Continue to breathe here, hugging the inner thighs, pushing the feet down into the floor. Then breathe into the front of the chest to create some more space while stabilizing that lower body. As you exhale, hands to the front of the mat, right foot steps forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, palms together, building on this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. Keep the hands here. Inhale, extend and straighten that right leg. Exhale, return it to the floor. Inhale, extend that right leg. Exhale, return it. One more. Inhale, extend, hold it here. Exhale, plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, knees, thighs and belly. locust. Inhale, squeeze the bum a little. Exhale, push the floor, down dog. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. As you exhale, come into plank, draw the right knee towards your chest. Inhale, extend it back up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to chest. One more, inhale. This time as you exhale, step the right foot forward and drop the left knee. Inhale, push the left leg away from you. Exhale, return it. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bend. Last one, inhale, extend. Exhale, left foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands up and look up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, left knee to the floor. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, extend the right hand behind you, straighten the left leg. Inhale, reach the right hand to the sky, bend that left knee. And exhale as you straighten, continue to work those circles. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bring your hands to the floor, step back to plank. Take a breath in here. Exhale, knees, thighs, and belly. Into locust, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale to lift. This time, exhale, left foot forward and drop the right knee. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhale, extend that left leg as you reach that right leg as you reach that left hand back. Inhale to lift up. Exhale. Inhale, bend that right knee, lift the left hand to the sky. Exhale, extend that right leg, bring the left hand behind you and to the front of the mat. Step the right foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands up and look up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees and inhale, Utkatasana chair. Exhale, hold it here. Inhale into the front of the chest. Exhale, keep that containment in the lower belly. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands to the floor. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands back, plank. From your plank, keep your feet hip distance apart. Bring your right hand into the center of the mat. Roll onto the outer edge of both feet so you've got a split level stance, left hand to the sky. Inhale, reach the left hand forward. And exhale, draw a circle with that left hand. So you're inhaling to reach forward and you're exhaling back. One more, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring the left hand to the floor. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Left hand out in front, right hand behind. Right hand stays on the floor, left leg stays on the floor. Inhale, raise your right leg and your left hand. Exhale to return it. Two more like that. Inhale, right leg, left shoulder. Exhale back. Keep the belly from the floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale to return. Inhale, hands either side of your chest, tuck under your toes. Push back up into plank. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee and scorpion your dog. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, twist the hips back to face the mat. Draw the right knee round the outside of the body to the center. And then inhale back to where you started. So you're drawing a massive circle. Exhale, right knee to right elbow through the center. And inhaling back. One more exhale. Inhale. This time straighten the right leg. And exhale, step the right foot forward to the top of the mat. Bring the right foot to the center of the mat. The left foot parallel with the back of the mat. Warrior two. Take a few breaths in your warrior two, stabilize. Find a little activation to left glute, a little lift to right hip. And notice what's going on in these shoulders. Soften these shoulders. Then inhale, straighten the leg, right leg, reach the hands up. And then exhale, back to warrior two. Now circle the hands, inhale, then reach up. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, straightening the right leg. And exhaling back. Two more like that. Inhale to circle those shoulders. And exhale, warrior two. One more inhale. And exhale. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, windmill the hands. Step the left foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward you fold. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, stabilize here. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here, maybe sink a little deeper. And as you exhale, fold forwards, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Keep the feet nice and separated, left hand to the center of the mat, slightly ahead of your shoulder, right hand to the sky. Then inhale, reach that right hand forward. Then exhale, make a circle. Inhale, reach, and exhale, back. One more inhale, feel that reach, and exhale to return. Inhale, high plank. Exhale all the way to the floor. Right hand forward, left hand back. Left hand and right leg stay on the floor. Inhale, raise the right arm and left leg. Exhale to return. Inhale, hug the navel from the mat. And exhale back. One more inhale to lift. Exhale to return. Inhale, bring the hands either side of your chest. Downward facing dog. Exhale, stabilize your dog. Inhale, reach the left leg to the sky. And exhale, bend the left knee and scorpion that dog. Take an inhalation breath here. And then exhale, draw that knee to the outer left elbow, then to the center. Inhale, back to where you started. Exhale, big circle with the knee. Inhale to lift up. And then exhale to circle. This time, inhale, left leg straight. Exhale, left foot forward, right foot parallel, warrior two. So just taking a few breaths in warrior two. Activating right glute, lifting up left hip, relaxing shoulders, reaching fingertips in two different directions. Then inhale, straighten the left leg, reach the hands up, and exhale, warrior two. This time circle the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, feel the movement. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Last one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, windmill the hands. Step the right foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward you fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, hold it here, suck the navel to the spine. Inhale into the front of your chest. And exhale, maybe sit a little deeper. One more in-breath. Then exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, step back to a plank. From plank, inhale, lift your hips to a downward facing dog. Just stabilize for a couple of breaths here. So 2 options. One elbow first and then the second elbow, or both elbows together. As you exhale, lower the elbows to the floor. As you inhale, step your legs back and come to a low plank. As you exhale, lift your hips, walk your feet back to down dog. And as you inhale, push the hands into the floor, downward facing dog. Exhale, elbows to the mat. Inhale to low plank. Exhale, back up into the dolphin. Inhale, downward facing dog. One more. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hips to the sky. Inhale, dog. Exhale, hold it here. Then inhale, reach the right leg to the sky. And exhale, scorpion that right dog. This time, right knee is going to come to left elbow. As you exhale, make a big circle across the body. And then inhale, back to where you started. 2 more like that. Exhale, circle across the body. Inhale to lift. 1 more, exhale, big circle cross. Inhale, this time, legs straight up. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left foot down. Warrior 2. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, hold it here. So just check your form, keep that lower belly drawing in, little lift of your pelvic floor. And then inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, right elbow to knee, left hand past the left ear. So side angle, couple of breaths here. Feel the posture. Feel the totality of that posture. And then exhale, warrior 2. Now between reverse and side angle. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale to warrior 2. Now inhale, reverse the warrior, reach the left hand underneath to the right. And as you exhale, do the same the other way with the right. So now the elbow no longer touches the knee, inhale. And as we exhale, we're strengthening the side muscles of our core. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, back. This time you're going to inhale to warrior 2. Exhale, windmill your hands. Step the left foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana chair. Exhale, hold it here. So continuing not only to mobilize and lengthen the muscles around the shoulders, but also to strengthen them, to give them some load, some encouragement to work, to strengthen, so that they can support the body in posture. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down and step back to plank. This time, take an inhalation here. And then exhale, drop to your elbows. Take your right fingertips to your left elbow crease and inhale into a side plank with split legs. Then exhale, left elbow to the floor. And inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, press your hands back to plank. And exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, scorpion that left side. Take an in-breath here. Then exhale, big circle, left knee to right elbow. Then inhale, back to scorpion. Exhale, we are moving and mobilizing the hips here. Albeit our focus is on our shoulders. Exhale. And then inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps forward, right foot grounds. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Feel the breath in the body. Allow the heart rate to calm. Use the breath to slow down that heart rate. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, left elbow to knee. Right hand past the right ear. Couple of breaths in your side angle to feel the strength and the length within this particular pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hold it here. And then inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale to side angle. Last time, elbows on knee. As you reverse the warrior, this time the right hand feeds underneath. And as you exhale, swapping the arms over. So you're inhaling to come up, to reverse. You're exhaling to circle. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, feeling the muscles in your side waist support you here. And then inhale, warrior two. Exhale, windmill the hands. Step the right foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward you fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. And exhale, palms together in the heart space. From here, take a breath, inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees, drop the hips down towards the heels. You're going to come light on your mat. So now we're just taking a transition pose. And we're going to take a transition pose where we're going to cross our legs. And from here, you're just going to reach your hands out in front of you. And let your head hang heavy. So that might look like this. That might look like this. It doesn't matter. We're just going to spend 5 rounds of breath this side. Just allowing the body to calm. And then press into the hands and swap the front leg over. So left leg in front of right. And just come forward back into your forward fold. So as we travel through the practice, it's our intention to use the breath to stabilize the power and the strength within the body. But sometimes this work is energetic and that heart rate elevates. And that encourages our breath to shorten a little. So in these poses, if that has happened in our body, it's our opportunity before we start to stimulate the yin side of the body, the parasympathetic nervous system, just to use these poses to help calm the body, a little recovery in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down to the mat, and it's going to look a little bit bizarre and a little bit complicated, but we'll get there. So you're going to bring your left hand in between your shoulder blades, and as best you can, this left forearm behind the head. At the same time, when you lie down, you're going to bring your right ankle onto your left knee. So you're going to do this kind of pose, which is fire logs, but lying down on your back with your head rested
onto your forearm. Then your right hand takes your left elbow, just like you were doing a tricep stretch. And then just find a place that feels comfortable for you. So if this doesn't feel nice in your hips, you have an alternative to bring the soles of the feet together and to allow the knees to drop out to the side. If that doesn't feel nice in your hips, you have the option to bring the feet to the floor and the knees in towards one another. So just feeling what feels good in your body, because we're going to hold this pose here for about another 90 seconds. As we do that, we start to allow the body to soften and to sink into the stretch. So we're creating some length across the front of the body, but specifically we're getting into shoulders here. So if at any stage you feel pins and needles in your hand, or in your arm, or in your hips, please release the pose. Pins and needles are not nice stuff, and there's a lot of nerves going on through that shoulder joint. And know that your hips might be different every time. So I took this pose yesterday, and it felt really nice for me to rest my ankle on my knee. And today it feels less nice, so much so that I'm just going to readjust my feet right now. That feels better. So I don't want to feel such discomfort that it makes my muscles tense. I want to feel a sense of being able to soften and still into this place. I'm breathing in through the nose, I'm breathing out through the nose. And then from here, I'm just going to release that left hand, bring my hands to my belly, untie my legs if they're still tied, bring the soles of the feet to the floor and let the knees drop in. So this is a transition pose. In this transition pose, just notice and note what you feel on the left side of your body. And then notice and note what you feel in comparison on the right side of your body. So we're going to come into that same pose on the other side. So I'm going to bring my right hand between my shoulder blades as best I can, my forearm underneath my head, and my left hand's just going to hold this elbow because it just helps with the tricep stretch. So it just keeps that elbow in place. Then I'm going to choose the same variation, so I'm going to stack my left ankle on top of my right knee. And I'm just going to allow the body to soften here. And then I'm just going to notice how that feels in my body. And this side feels much easier than the other side. If I've made an adjustment on one side, pretty much at about the same time I want to make that modification or adjustment on the other side. Allowing the muscles in the body to be soft. About now, I just moved my legs on the other side, so I'm going to move them on this side, option for you to do so too. Even. Controlled breath in and out through the nose. And then from here, slowly release that right arm and bring your hands back to your belly, bend your knees, take the feet mat distance apart. Just take a moment to observe. And then from here, hug your knees in towards your chest. And just take a little rock from side to side. And so we're going to come next up to seated to do some stretching into the neck and the side body. All kind of contributes towards that shoulder space. So we're going to find ourselves into a comfortable seated position. So that might be cross-legged. But if you feel more comfortable extending one leg out or two legs out, or bringing your feet to the floor in front of you with your knees bent, just find where feels good for you. You can also do this sitting on a chair if that feels better for you. You're going to bring your right hand and place it underneath your right butt cheek, turning the fingers in and the wrist out. And you're just going to bring your left hand to your left ear and close off your eyes. So feel the weight of your left hand on your left ear and just allow it to apply not force, but just a little bit of pressure. And then direct your breath into the right side of the body. And if it feels like the head wants to move, allow it to. So don't guide it with your hand, but just allow it to follow its own pattern. And wherever you're feeling that tension and tightness, breathe into that space. And if at any stage you get a sharp pain, stop, release, take the hand off the ear. And then continuing to allow the body to move, you might not go to the place that I go. So this is a form of myofascial stretching. We're using the yin practice to release that myofascia. And we're accessing muscles around the back of the neck, the side of the neck and the shoulders that quite often get quite tight. And you might feel this right up the back of the right side of your neck into the base of the skull, the bony bit that sticks out the back of the skull. You might find that as you draw the chin towards the chest, it continues the stretch down the back of the neck. And we're going to be here for about another 15 seconds on this side. And slowly release the left hand, release the right hand and bring yourself back up to seated. And then just notice how you're feeling one side compared to the other. And just take a moment to allow that to sink in. So we're going to go a little deeper into this right side by taking a stretch into the side body, because all of that tissue is connected up to the side of the neck also. So you're going to bring your left arm out to the side, the right hand up to the sky, and then reach the right hand over towards the left. So just allowing the body to soften and settle here. So if it feels comfortable, you can readjust yourself and bring your elbow to the floor. Or you can bring your elbow onto a cushion or a block. But as best you can, you're just going to keep this right hip grounded. And then you're breathing into the right side of the body. Allow the head to be completely soft. Keep breathing into the right side of the body. And we're here for about another 5 rounds of breath. Allow this right hand to hang heavy. If you get too much compression in the left side, you can also always press onto your hand a little again. And don't feel any compression on that side. You don't want stuff to run into stuff. And then come all the way back to the center. Close your eyes once again. And just allow yourself a couple of breaths to feel, to observe, to notice. You might even notice that the breath travels easier right now into the right side of the body than it does into the left. And then we'll come to do exactly the same 2 poses on the other side. Take your left hand underneath your left butt cheek and bring your right hand to your left ear. So remember, you're not applying force. You're just allowing the weight of this hand to do the work for you and the muscles to release themselves. So you're just going to turn the right ear towards the right shoulder and just allow the right hand to rest on top of that left side of the head. And then you breathe, you just wait, you're patient. So sometimes the tissue responds quite quickly, and sometimes the tissue takes longer to respond. Imagine that the tissue has been holding you in a position for an elongated period of time. It is gonna take longer to respond to a change in position, to a movement, than if you move a lot. And then just noticing where the head wants to go, just allow it to go there. So you just allow the head to follow the movement. This is the fascia releasing, unwinding. And takes time to get used to. If the chin wants to come towards the chest, let it. But it doesn't have to go there. And then breathing in to the left side of the body, the left space between the shoulder and the left ear, the back of the neck, the back of the shoulder blade. Just focusing on maintaining that rhythm of breath. And then slowly release your right hand, release your left hand, and allow yourself to come back to seated. And just take a moment, those sensations that you might be feeling around the neck, the head, the shoulders. If they're in quite a challenging place, it might make you a little nervous, but they're just the rebound sensations. Just like you might have in your hips when you come out of pigeon. Just allowing those sensations to soften, and then lift the left hand up to the sky and over past the left ear. Bring the right elbow towards or to the floor, or to a block, or to a pillow, or stay on your hand. Either way, your left hip stays grounded towards the floor as you breathe into the left side of your body. So tightness and tension in our neck and our shoulders because of the fascia in the body is caused, can cause tightness and tension down the chain.
So at the hips, the ankles, the feet. It's all interconnected. So you'll notice that my verbal cues are all about the shoulders today, but we were still working the muscles in the lower limbs. We were still mobilizing the hips. Come all the way back to the center, and we're going to finish lying down with one pose before Shavasana that looks very much like Shavasana. Apart from, I'm going to take my towel and I'm going to roll it up just like I'm off to the swimming pool, if only. And I'm going to bring the roll behind me and place it along my spine in a comfortable place and bring the back of my skull to the floor. My arms out to the side, my elbows and my hands on the floor. So if I'm here, then I'm going to bring the elbows closer to my waist so that the elbows and the hands can rest on the floor. And I'm just going to take the legs into Shavasana. Now once you arrive here, you'll notice that feels nice or not nice on your lower back. And if that feels not nice, you bend the knees and bring the knees together. And that will feel a lot better on your lower back. And just take a few moments and allow the body to settle. So now you're going to direct the breath nowhere in particular. You're just going to watch the breath as it comes in and out of the body. And then you're going to start to use the out breath to encourage the body to feel heavier, to feel more grounded, more connected with the earth. Release the tension in your jaw and your forehead. Tension in these spaces can just as likely lead to tension in the neck and the shoulders, just as tension in the hips can lead to tension in the neck and the shoulders. So now release the pelvis, the belly, slowly bring your hands back towards your hips. Just tilt onto one side, remove the blanket, and then come to lie on your back. Shavasana. Just take a moment before you bring any physical movement back into the body, just to tune in to this sensation right now. Releasing the tension in the muscles, allowing us to breathe more efficiently, allowing the mind to become more patient. Slowly bringing the movement back to the fingers, the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Maybe take a big stretch, bring your hands behind you and point your toes out in front of you. And hug your knees in towards your chest. And take your time, come find a nice comfy space to sit. To close off the practice, keep your eyes closed, bring the palms down onto your knees. Feel that next breath. Bring the palms together in your heart space. Namaste.